The Jeffrey Epstein files have become a defining issue for Trump in his first year back at the White House, stoking allegations that his administration is covering up for the most notorious sexual predator in recent American history, and his brother, two of them there, both facing charges of rape and human trafficking in Romania, were suddenly allowed to return to the United States, and how the Trump administration might have been involved in that. One of those men, Andrew Tate, is one of the most proudly, violently misogynistic influencers in the world, with an enormous following on.
Right-wing influencer Andrew Tate landing in Florida today by private jet, setting off a swirl of questions about why Romanian officials permitted he and his brother Tristan to leave the country where they're facing sex trafficking charges.
I think my brother and I are largely misunderstood. We've yet to be convicted of any crime in our lives ever.
Romanian officials today confirming travel restrictions preventing the brothers from leaving were lifted, but the case against them remains ongoing. They deny any wrongdoing. Andrew Tate, a self-proclaimed misogynist, was also charged with rape by Romanian prosecutors and faces civil suits for sex abuse in the UK. Tate, a vocal Trump supporter, forecast his release 2 weeks ago, posting, "The Tates will be free. Trump is the president. The good old days are back." When asked by reporters today, the president denied any role in their release.
I just know nothing about it. We'll check it out.
The State Department declining to comment. A lawyer for the Tates wouldn't comment on whether or not state or the White House was involved. But several Republicans, including Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, voiced concern.
Florida is not a place where you're welcome with that type of conduct. We were not involved. We were not notified.
Meanwhile, an attorney for an American woman who says she was lured from Florida to Romania for sex trafficking and now faces a defamation lawsuit by the Tates for her allegations, blasted their reemergence back in the U.S.
The message is clear. If you're famous, if you can go viral, then it doesn't matter if you sexually abuse women.
Laura Jarrett, NBC News.
This is for educational purposes only, so pause to read it. If you're going through this, I'm so sorry. The person hurting you is taking permission from no one, so you need no permission to leave. So please leave.
Let's talk about Barron Trump.
I want to say something. Shout out to Barron. All right, Barron, I know you know the stream. Barron, you know what I'm saying? Chat, Barron, you know what I'm saying? Barron's cool. He's an AR loyal. You know what I'm saying? Chat, he's funny. All right? He's an AR loyal, man. He's tapped in. He's tapped in. He knows, chat. He knows everything. He knows, bro. All right? He's funny, man. He's a funny guy. He's one of us. He's very, very smart, though. Very, very smart. Very smart, man. Get him on stream. Maybe in the future.
Stupid thing you can do is leave him.
Though, very, very smart, man. Get him on stream. Maybe in the future. We'll see. What if he's in the chat right now? The world may never know. But shout out to Barron, bro. Seriously, a good dude. Barron, if you ever run for president one day,
So I have a son who's very smart and tall, Barron, right? And he knows all about you. He knows about guys I never heard of. He said, "Dad, you don't know how big they are. They're big." You know, tell me how big. I said, "Who the hell is he?" Like Ross. I did. He said, "Dad, he's a great guy." I mean, guys that are doing. It's a whole new world out.
19-year-old credit for showing him a thing or two about crypto. Barron, who taught his dad what a wallet is, I'm assuming a crypto wallet, co-founded World Liberty Financial, a cryptocurrency company with his father and oldest brothers last year. Less than 2 months before the 2024 election, most financial advisors wouldn't advise getting your parents into crypto. But
our man is an iron mountain, and the easiest path is to obey. Any other kind of resistance simply doesn't work.
I said, if a woman is going out with a man, she belongs to that man. That's his woman. So she wants to do OnlyFans. She owes him some money because she's his.
All cheating scenarios, 100% of the blame is always on the female. Look after yourselves. Let's put some makeup on. Do some burpees. You got gut. Sort yourself out. So you can end that confusion. While we're on subject of cheating, if your man does cheat, the most stupid thing you can do is leave him.
Fact, that every single organization that is primarily run by females is just a mess anyway. The staff are going to hate you. The staff are going to hate each other. The staff are going to start stealing customers behind your back because you're never there. The actual members of staff who are doing the actual work, the makeup, are going to be like, you know what? That never even comes into our own business. Hey, customer, I could do the exact same thing at your house, cheaper, at 7 p.m.
in Romania are ongoing. In Britain, they...
Women fall for emotional arguments the entire time. They show us a commercial, show us, it's so sad. And before they get to the rational aspects of it, they're already invested emotionally. And I think that virtually every societal ill that we are facing today is because of women. And I think the greatest recent example of that is the Bud Light controversy, because trans people were just playing dress up as women, invaded every women's space, and women said, oh, but I feel bad because it's how he identifies at the inside, without thinking through the fact that you're quite literally disappearing yourselves, right? You're quite literally saying, I will cease existing before I let this grown man who's wearing a wig have a bad feeling. That's insane. That is a patently insane emotional conclusion to come through. Yeah. Then Dylan Mulvaney sipped one beer, and Kid Rock was out there with an AK, but like collapsed because men said absolutely not. And I give that example because women need to realize how backwards it is that it took men to stand up to say something was wrong when it was so obviously patently wrong. Yeah. Nobody cared.
There's certain things that women can do so much better than men. I said this the other day. I was saying to my brother had his daughter here and my niece was here. And I said, isn't it amazing? I found this amazing. I said, isn't it amazing the patience a mother has with a toddler? I'm like, she's been listening to Peppa Pig for 4 hours. I would lose my mind. I couldn't do it. I simply couldn't do it. So women have this emotionality, which is so fantastic when it's properly used, when it's put in the place it's supposed to be. I would never drop my child off to a daycare full of men. Would you drop your 3-year-old child to a daycare run exclusively by males? No. It'd be weird. There's just something about it is weird. I wouldn't trust the men not to lose their temper with the kid. I wouldn't understand why all these men want to be around these children all day. It would be a very weird scenario. So we all understand innately our gender roles, innately on some level. So women have a fantastic superpower when it's properly used. But like everything on earth, if you have a superpower or any kind of power at all and it's put in the wrong direction, it can be destructive. Water, if it's going through a dam, can power a city. If it's not going through a dam, it's a
Candace on Theo Von. And Theo Von's clearly red pill.
Particularly among young men and even teenage boys. And in his online content, he and his brother had bragged about their recruitment and exploitation of women to make pornography. Both brothers have repeatedly denied criminal wrongdoing. Well, now the New York Times, in a remarkable investigative report, finds that they were released from Romanian custody only after Trump administration officials intervened. An official in the White House told the Times that it was not involved in Tate's legal matters. But the Times reports that 6 days before Trump's inauguration, Andrew Tate wrote in a text, quote, I had word from the Trump administration that they're on top of things. I've been told I'll be free soon. And here is how the Tate brothers reacted when, in fact, they were freed. And they boarded their flights back to the States the very next month.
No, you are, Andrew. You know what we are? We are